So let's talk about risk. Risk has to do with uncertainties. These are events that may or may not occur on your project. But the interesting thing about such events is that they also have the potential of impacting on your project either negatively or positively and affecting the project objectives, either the cost of the project, the time, the scope, the quality, the resource, customer satisfaction, or what have you. And that's why Pinball Guide defines risk as an uncertain event or condition that, if it occurs, has a positive or negative effect on at least one project objective, which I had mentioned earlier on. Risk can be positive or negative. Positive risk is known as an opportunity, and negative risk is known as a threat. And the important thing is that as a project manager, you need to be proactive about the management of risk on your project. Obviously, because these events could have significant impact on your project and could erode all of the gains that you may have made on the project. So it's important that at the early stages of your project that you begin to plan for risk, and that would mean you begin to identify the risks that are possible on the project, you begin to analyze them, and you begin to make plans to respond to them. So the key thing is you understand that there are certain events that may happen on your project that could be positive, that could have positive effect or negative effect, but you have to manage them proactively. And that's why PMI recommends 7 processes to effectively manage risk on your project. They include plan risk management, identify risks, perform qualitative risk analysis, perform quantitative risk analysis, plan risk responses, implement risk responses, and monitor risks. The idea is that if you're able to proactively deploy these processes on your project, you would have to a large extent managed effectively uncertainties on the project, which would mean that you would guarantee to a large extent the results that you're going to get on the project. So there's going to be a big difference between you who is utilizing processes to manage your risk and someone who is totally unaware of risks on the project.